Hey guys, I'm back with single issue reviews. Pretty thick stack for the past 2 weeks or so. It's not new stuff from this week, it's from previous weeks, and I wanted to do this video for a few days already, but then stuff happened, like a terrorist attack here in Berlin. You may have heard about it. So I recorded a video yesterday, one day after the attack, and I watched it afterwards, and I was like, dude, you look so depressed. Don't do that to your viewers. Just relax a bit and do it the next day. So this is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, also, like, I promised to vlog more frequently. It didn't happen for various reasons, and I really hope, because I have so many ideas for special episodes and themes and stuff like that, and I will definitely do like a best of 2016. But let's talk about single issue books. I will start with Marvel, and this is Ultimate Logan. Everyone's talking about it. It's by Jeff Lemire and Mr. Andrade, Philippe Andrade, and it's really nice. It's very beautifully drawn. Let me find something which is more representative, maybe this thing. So yeah, it's cool, but like everything Jeff Lemire writes for big publishers, it's very decompressed. It's not a lot of story in those 20 pages, and I think this will read better in trades. But if you're into Wolverine, this is probably the only title which feels closest to what Wolverine was about, Ultimate Logan. Check it out. Next up, another Jeff Lemire book, Moon Knight #9, which wraps up the current arc, and it was fun. The art is split onto 3 different artists, and they're all doing a fantastic job, and everyone's super nice and very strong. They're also very, very, very individual artistic voices, and it's fun that it somehow merges. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm just saying it's a story told from different perspectives, which merge into one, and this is where it happens. And yeah, look at this. I mean, it's really beautiful. But again, full pages, spread pages, a very nice tone to the book, beautiful art, but you can read it in 4 minutes. Still very much worth it. I think this is one of Marvel's strongest offerings, and this will make for a beautiful oversized hardcover. Jessica Jones. Well, Jessica Jones reads very much like the old Jessica Jones series by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaydos. So nothing new here, other than, yeah, it's back and it's super good. It's very entertaining. I don't know why, but Brian Michael Bendis gets a lot of, shit online for not being able to write Guardians of the Galaxy. He can do that, he can do this, whatever. He's a fucking great writer. I mean, there are the rhythm to this, the way he's pacing stuff. Sure, there is some redundancy in the dialogue, but it's also his trademark, and he can just really tell a good story in comics, in comic format. So if you like comics, this might be something for you. If you like sassy, cool girls with an inner monologue all the time going on, and using this millennial language, and being like all cool all the time, and you're not offended by a thin story, lack of characterization, and everything that makes you buy a new issue, this might be for you. So yeah, well, I didn't enjoy this too much. I saw that the reviews were pretty positive. The art is decent. But for me, this was a very average comic featuring a character which doesn't have much depth, and I can't recommend it. I'm sorry. Well, you know that I really enjoyed Dan Abnett lately, and this is Earth to Society by Dan Abnett. This is a fun superhero story, very classic superhero stuff. So a bunch of heroes in a really, extreme situation. It's always about saving whole realities and worlds. I really like this kind of over the top stuff which you can only get from superhero comics. And the art is really nice, and it's just fun to read. It's very enjoyable, and I'm sad that it will be ending soon. I think this is 19. I think the last issue is 22. But if you're into DC Comics, an alternative take on the normal DC Comics continuity, and if you like, a bit like coming of age stuff, this is really fun. And check the trade paperbacks out. All right, next up is New Superman, the Chinese Superman, which is one of the surprise hits for me out of DC Rebirth. It's written by Gene Yang and drawn by... Can I find the artist fast enough? No, I can't, actually. It's Mr. Bogdanovich. And he's doing a nice job. Sometimes you can see that he's really trying hard to put all those content. Look at this page, for example. So Gene Yang sometimes has a lot of words to be put on the page. And how many panels are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is supposed to be like the limit in good comic storytelling, 7 panels. And sometimes it's a bit too much. The pages are too crowded, and we're a bit over-explanatory. But still, what works really well is the characterization. I really believe this could be a great all-ages book for people who like to read like a fun superhero or Superman story. Well, it's not Clark Kent. It's a Chinese version of him, and it's not even a version of him because he's a different character. He's like this douchebag who becomes the good person, but it's really also touchy. There is a relationship with his father, which is very complicated, and also with his mother. And issue 6 wraps up the current first arc, the origin story, and there's a big reveal towards the end, and I can't wait to read number 7. So it's just fun superhero stuff. All right, Deathstroke. So I was on and off with Deathstroke, and I still am. This was an on issue, so I really enjoyed it, and I increasingly get to the gasp of this big cast and what is really the book, what it is really about. This became very clear for me with this issue. It's always like, who's the most clever person in the room? So everyone's trying to be just a little more subtle and clever than the other, and I do that, and the other one expected you to do it, so it's you who fucked up. No, it's me because I was expecting you to expect me to, and so on. So this is what the book is mainly about, like Deathstroke trying to out-clever everyone else, and and it's a lot of characters, like I said. The art is really nice. Superman is in the story, and it's fun how Christopher Priest writes Superman. I enjoyed it. A bit out of character. It's a priest Superman because he's, again, super clever, but I enjoy it. It's fun, and I will keep buying it. So this is on an upswing. Aquaman number 12. Well, do I remember what this was about? Have I even read it? I think I skipped this, actually. Or didn't I? So this is my relationship with Aquaman. It's really fun, but it's like, it's not super memorable. But I really think I haven't read it yet. So I can't tell you too much about it. Oh no, I did read it. Now I remember. But so there is a war coming up between Atlantis and the US of A. And Aquaman is still trying to stop it. And there's a big monster. And the rest I forgot. I'm really sorry. I blanked. I don't remember. I enjoyed reading it. This is what I remember. But I can't tell you what it's about. Nightwing. Again, this is over a week ago that I read it. And it's the beginning of a new arc. And, you know, I'm like, I don't want to miss anything good. So from time to time, I just sample stuff that I already decided not to get on a regular basis and check if it's still true. And, well, look at this art. This is as bland as it gets. The coloring, the backgrounds, everything is just very boring. The story was decent. But again, I couldn't tell you what it was about. I just know that I can't digest this kind of art. It's like, it's just way too average. There's so much really good stuff out there. So if the story is not amazing, this art can't help to make me purchase the next issue. So I'm already out again on Nightwing. Detective Comics is really good. The same stuff that I'm telling you every time. It's about relationships. And, you know, Sleepy Reader, you should check out his channel. He's really very thoughtful about the way he speaks about comics. And he said something interesting, that Batman becomes more and more a supporting character in his own books. And that it's more and more about how people see him, or, you know, their relationships. We see the story always through other eyes than Batman's. And it's really an interesting take, because this is what the whole story, The Victim Syndicate, is about. It's, what did you do to us? Have you ever thought about what your whole superheroic action has, you know, the implications that it brought with it. And it's like people who were damaged by Batman and want to, you know, to avenge their hurt feelings, and the people who got hurt through Batman's actions. And it's a really good run. I think this will go down as one of the more you know, the more definitive runs, current runs in Batman history. And if you don't read it yet, you should get on it. Changing Girl, you know that I love this comic. This wasn't my favorite issue. I enjoyed the first two much more. Maybe I was just a little bit too tired when I read it. But I mean, obviously the art is still super amazing by Marty Zarconi. I love it. And the coloring by Kelly Fitzpatrick, it's gorgeous. Look at this. But I enjoyed the writing, don't get me wrong. I think it's still very strong, but it was very, there was not much action going on. It was all relationships, which can be nice, but I would have preferred something to actually happen. So it didn't, but I still enjoy the way it is written. So Cecil Castellucci obviously is a writer. She can, you know, she can create feelings with writing words down, and it makes you feel stuff, and it's sometimes weird and it's sometimes beautiful, and you should check this series out. It's really strong. Motor Crush. So now we go on to the indie stuff. I have a few books left. This is Motor Crush by Fletcher, Mr. Fletcher, Mr. Stewart, and Mrs. Starr. This is the Batgirl team, and this is their own creator-owned series with Image. it's kind of I wouldn't say rip-off, but thematically it's very close to Fast and the Furious. It's about you know, motorbike, you know, what's the name for it, contests. And I like the art, it's dynamic. The character is a bit, I would say, like at the most two-dimensional, but you never know. It could grow into something more interesting. Right now it's all about the plot, and yeah, like I said, it's contests all the time, and there is a special kind of drug. I didn't completely get it, if it's something you put in your motorbike for it to become faster, or if it's something you take as a drug to become more focused, or if it's both. So this is what it is about. I think the drug is named Crush, and yeah, it's enjoyable. I might check it out in trade format. Invasion by Kieran Gillen and Daniel Jetty. And this was a kind of a weird first issue. If you don't know about Uber, there was a first series which started in 2008, and it's about Second World War reimagined with superpowers. So what if the Nazis and the British had like people with special abilities? Of course, this would have changed everything, and it did change everything. So towards the end of this first series, which I haven't finished, it seems that Germany has won, and now they're about to attack the United States. So this is a kind of a recap issue. They are talking about the whole different classes of superheroes and their abilities and what could happen and blah blah blah. And it's President Truman and someone who explains everything to him. So you're basically Mr. Truman in this issue, you reader, and you get a full recap, but I would have preferred a more active kind of storytelling, especially since I was well aware of the world, and something happens towards the final pages, which is something we would expect from the first issue, but it comes a bit late and it was very wordy. I'm torn. I'm really intrigued by the whole idea of it, and I enjoy what I've read of the first series, but I'm not sure that I will get this in monthly format. Well, this was a big surprise. The Electric Sublime by IDW. IDW is not a publisher that I buy a lot of books from, but this one is really fantastic. It's by Maxwell Prince and drawn by Martin Morazzo. And I just want to show you the covers because they're very, very, very nice. Really beautiful stuff. And I already spoke in a video about the first issue, and that it's very much thematically related to the Vertigo book. I forgot its name. What was the name of the Vertigo book? Which is about art ops. Yes, this was the name. This is, it's not the same, but it's this idea that you can step into artwork and there's something hidden in this artwork which is relevant for the real world, and you have to go through an adventure in the artwork and you come back into real life and bring something with you. This concept is very much present here too, and I just want to show you a little bit of the artwork, which is very, very nice, and the production value on those books, I'm really, IDW, wow, the really thick pages and beautiful art, beautiful coloring, and a very intriguing story. Maxwell Prince is, for me, the first time that I read anything from him. I don't know anything about him, but he's a hell of a writer. This is a great characterization, great setting, great plot, and still weird enough that it feels fresh, and you know, gory and genre enough that it keeps you going. So this is really good. I would love this to be an ongoing, but I think it's a limited series. I just hope it goes on for a few more issues. I really love those two. Mayday #2 by Mrs. DeCampi. I forgot her first name, which is embarrassing. Alex DeCampi and Tony Parker. And I really enjoyed the first issue. And this one was okay, was fun. It's basically just one show off in the desert, which is quite brutal. But yeah, it wasn't enough for me, and I wasn't completely sold on the art, to be frank. And when I read in the back matter that Mrs. DeCampi is referencing to Antonioni, you know, the famous film director, and you know, Cristian Mungiu, who's a Romanian director who I admire very much, I thought, well, maybe you shouldn't mention it because, you know, you set the bar a little bit too high for what I just read in the comic book, and I would love this to get into Mungiu / Antonioni territory, but I don't see it happening. Having said that, I still enjoyed it, and I subscribe to it. I'm eager to find out where this will lead us. Almost the last issue, Rockstars #1. Not much to say about it. It's by Joe Harris. He wrote The Great Pacific, which I enjoyed, and yeah, the art is nice. It's by Megan Hutchinson. And it's like this, you know, the title gives it away. It's about the world of rock and roll, and there is some genre mixed into it, some mystery, some horror, and it's just that I really don't care about this world of rock music, and the characters were quite flat. The story wasn't too intriguing, and then, like I said for the third time, it's just not my kind of world, which grabs me. So yeah, you should sample it. It's okay, it's decent, but it's nothing which, and this is very important nowadays, if your first issue doesn't really grab you and want you to buy the second one, you kind of failed. There's too much good material out there. Like Britannia, my final review. This is the final issue of the miniseries. And it was decent, it was good even. It wasn't quite as strong as the beginning. I think the mystery in the beginning was much, like all mysteries, which was much more powerful and had, you know, this very dark force about it. And towards the end it fizzles out a little bit. But I still enjoyed the art by Juan Jose Ripe, which is really nice. And colors by Jordi Belair. So it was a good thing. I'm really eager to find out where they will go with it. It's a Valiant book. It has up until now nothing to do with superheroes, and it's kind of strange that it's named after the location and not after the hero himself. So I don't know. Is this about the location where this Roman character went to, or is our main protagonist, who's kind of a Roman detective, the main thing about this book? We will find out in the next volume, which it was recently announced. Yeah, like I said, I will return for this year with 2 more videos at least, where I will give you my favorite series and graphic novels of 2016. If you have any suggestions regarding that, maybe I haven't checked out something, you know my videos, so if you think, oh, I really missed out on something really important and good, tell me. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.